Hi, I'm Terry, and I'm nuts about stamping. I'm back today with another Sundays with Physics project featuring the Big Shot. And I would like to thank one of my viewers, Judy, for emailing me and pointing out that although I posted this card on my blog and promised to do a video on how to make it, I hadn't done so. So thanks, Judy. This project today is for you. Here's what you need to make this quilt card. You need your Big Shot and the top note die and the standard cutting plates. For cardstock, you need brocade blue, whisper white, and the Level 1 Hostess Patterns Pack is perfect for this project because it has several sheets of double-sided paper that you can use to make this card. For punches, you're going to need your scallop oval, your large oval, and most importantly, your 1 1/4 inch square. That makes the punching of the squares very easy for this project, and the corner rounder punch. For ink, you're going to need your brocade blue classic ink pad, and then the ribbon I used on the card is from the Valet Ribbon Originals pack, and you'll want to get this before it retires. Alright, here's how you make the card. And I'd like to point out, as usual, for dimensional, you need, for adhesive, you're going to need your Stampin' Dimensionals and your snail adhesive, and then it's always handy to have your bone folder. And as usual, the measurements and the products that you're going to need to make this card will be featured on my blog at the end of the video. Just read the posting underneath the video, and that will direct you to my blog address. All right, let's make the card. First thing you want to do is take your brocade blue cardstock and fold it in half, and that's going to make the card. And then I've got a piece of whisper white cardstock that's cut just slightly smaller than the dimensions of the card base. I'm going to take my corner rounder and I'm going to round the 4 corners of the whisper white layer. And I'm doing this because the top note die, when I run the cardstock through there, it's rounded on the corners, so I want my layer to match. And I'm going to adhere this on using my snail adhesive. Like so. Alright, so I've got the basic main part of the card done. Now I want to do the top note layer, so I'll just move this out of the way right now. Before the video began, I punched out 12 squares from the Designer Series paper pack, like so. And then what I did was I took a piece of whisper white cardstock that would fit on top of the top note die, and then I took those 12 squares, well I took 11 of them actually, and I adhered them on starting in the bottom left hand corner. I did 4, 4, and then I'm going to complete it by doing the last one so that you can see what it looks like before you run it through the top note. You could use any of our Designer Series paper packs. You could use the 12 by 12 cardstock. You could use scrap leftovers. What you want to do is make sure that they're in the same color family, which is why this Level 1 Hostess Designer Series paper pack is perfect for it, because it has several different colors of double-sided 6 by 6. So you could make several cards using the Designer Series paper pack. So once I've got those adhered on, and what I did was I just did one side of one and the other side of the same one. So I've punched them all out with my 1 1/4 inch square punch and then adhered them on the whisper white cardstock. And then I'm going to bring my Big Shot in, and I'm going to line up this on the top note die. You're going to have a strip of white left at the top. That's fine. Just make sure that when you lay it down on your top note, you've got the points completely covered by where the Designer Series paper lies on top of it. So I'm going to run it through. I don't need that anymore. And there you go. Isn't it pretty? Then what I want to do to complete the card is I'm just going to turn this over and adhere it on the center of my card as the layer. And I used snail adhesive. In case you're wondering what kind of adhesive, you don't need to use any special adhesive. Snail works fine to adhere the squares onto the Whisper White before you run it through. It'll stay on there fine. And then you want to take a strip of the black velvet, it's really pretty velvet, Ribbon Originals ribbon on the Valet pack. Just move that over just a little bit. And then just run it from point to point, like that. And then to complete the card, I've gone ahead and punched from the Oval All stamp set. Yes, I don't know what I'm going to do when this stamp set retires at the end of June. I use it on almost every project. So I went ahead and with my brocade blue ink, I stamped the Just For You on Whisper White and punched it out using my large oval punch. And then I punched the layer using the scallop oval from some scrap brocade blue cardstock. Oh, and I could put snail adhesive on it, but I think what I'd like to do, and what I did on the original card, is I'm going to use my Stampin' Dimensionals just to give it a little bit of height. Peel off the pieces. Adhere it on the center of the ribbon that goes across, and that's it. A quick and easy card that's really got a wow factor to it. Thanks for watching me how to make my quilt card. Again, if you would like to see the measurements that you need for all of the pieces to put this card together and complete instructions, please go to my blog, www.nutsaboutstamping.com. That's N-U-T-Z, aboutstamping.com. I'm Terry, and I'm nuts about stamping. See you next week.